obviously tonight here being on Super Speedway, but throughout the season, throughout the league, I think we're going to see really good racing, especially with there being such a talent pool of drivers out there. There's names that are so fast that are still down in the 30s, down in the 20s. It's going to be fun watching them come through the field tonight, Sam. This is going to be really interesting all year. I can't wait to watch this and get ready to do the lineup.
Here is your starting grid for race 1 for season 9 of the WSSR Cup Series. Taking the pole award, it's the 17 Chris Stitt with his teammate.
So the first race of the season for Season 9 WSSR World Series of Sim Racing.
Motorsports having their own row of top.
The only rule during this race is to not talk about my qualifying.
Behind them in 5th, we see Shane Wyatt, a driver that's teaming up with Steven Stickien. Starting 5th, Larry Yingling, the 3-time champ.
I just asked Ed Shearer, he's in the 71 to your front and right. If he qualified in 4th or 5th gear, see if that's what the difference was or what. Because for
seasons, it'll be starting.
I can't think of what the difference would be.
Take that final 10th place position.
Going to be 11th and 12th. Going to be just
had to be hitting that bump.
Stafford.
Yeah.
13th.
Somebody, you know what? When you said I'd be right back, somebody was saying that he hit the bump and he would have actually gone home if he wasn't in it. So that could very well be.
19th going to be exactly.
Yeah, I mean it jumped the car. So I was sitting there thinking, I was like, damn, that's got to be slowing me down, right?
In the 99 machine, Trent.
Let's see. Look for your. Are you streaming that? Oh yeah, there it is. That just popped up.
Mike Tellier in 24th. It's the 12 of Andrew Medlin. In 25th, we find John Forbes in that 25th position. 26th, it's Drew Jua in the 77 machine. In 27th, we find
Derek.
In 53. In 28th, it's the 6 of Brad Delp. Ollie Fonseca.
Hell yeah. That's the rule tonight. You cannot talk about my qualifying line.
Ryan Ferraro.
39 out of 43.
Justin Forbes in 33rd. Jared Hughes in 34th.
We're not going green this time.
Ryan Kelly in 36th.
A 10th between 1st and 40th is absolutely tight.
Yeah, no joke.
I'm not gonna lie. First, Brian Can, 42nd. Christopher North rolling off in 3rd. Going to be
Alright, man.
Ethan Smith.
Like it back on the pace.
It's all good, Derek.
We are not going green.
Also,
Alright,
Ethan
man.
Smith,
Slide up on the inside row.
and Richard Pulsifer. Those 5 drivers not going to be running here tonight. Again, they were knocked out by the driver.
I'm just trying to joke around.
It's Sora and Shane Tarian. Those are going to be your 43 drivers.
You can request the EOL.
48 trot registered for tonight, but only 43 get to start today's race.
I don't know why you would want to, but I guess.
We have
I don't need one.
Unless they're in the middle of the hornet's nest.
I either want to be in the front or the back.
An extra lap just to let these drivers take a breather. To make sure we went through the whole list.
There you go, Derek.
Drivers before we went green. But Justin, Puff season's over.
I like Derek. I do. I like Derek a lot.
Already we're seeing some newcomers up front. Who's looking at the list? We have a total of 6.
Stay tuned, everybody.
Trying to reach this season. And also, we have 14 teams that are running for a team championship. We're going to be seeing a lot of drivers trying to work with one another here tonight.
14 teams. I'm glad you.
The goal here is to A, finish.
Just think about that. Super Speedway Racing.
B, make it past lap 1.
To be with your teammate. To get
C, have an excuse if any of those 2 doesn't work.
It's 14 teams, Sam.
And 4 make it top 10.
Strategies out there. I can't wait for this race to start. Yeah. I can't wait for us to learn all these drivers, all these newcomers. There's so much talent out there.
I think if it stays green past lap 20, that will be interesting.
A lot in these last 2
because that's really when it's going to start to break loose.
All-Star.
What lap did you say? Lap 4?
Different leagues that Freaky Fast Broadcasting is covered in the
20.
20.
Show up.
We got a stage break
we've got
somewhere.
New drivers that were outside of the view of Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
Is it an actual stage break, or are they just going to keep it going?
And that
should be an actual.
well, those are some drivers we have not seen here on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Also seeing the likes of Steven Stympian bringing over some drivers that we haven't seen in over a year and a half that once was called the
lap 30. The stage is lap 30.
In past leagues that we've covered. I'm just shocked to see the amount of drivers that have shown up. We had thought that this was going to happen last season with the amount of drivers that registered.
All right, buddy.
We didn't get to see knockout qualifying.
Oh, front row is blinking out. That's not a good start.
In the WSSR, and now it's time to see how the first race for the Season 9 is going to start and conclude as the pace car pulls up. It's
check up on the bottom, Brian.
Big checkup. Oh my.
225 is underway for Chris Stitz as well.
I ain't used to being back here.
In front of Ken Campbell and everyone else trying to get in line quickly.
It's getting started early, isn't it?
As it roar down into turn number 1.
Here I'm ready going through turn 1. Inside line starting to bail already. You guys get down there to the bottom. Their teammates trying to find their team. Like you said, 14 teams out there.
Dare I say we made it one lap?
To this front and settle in before the lap 30 comes.
Oh my.
Yep.
Drivers already trying to give some major bumps and a huge boarding effect.
One car in the air.
Who's willing to give some space? It's going to be a big talking point. But lap 1 for race number 1 of Season 9 into Chris Stitz in the 17.
You got the 98 on your backside. Outside's clear.
Season 8 was not able to really.
98 pulled up.
As a competitive driver for those races.
First 4 rows up front are still side by side. High side has a few more. Bottom side is completely spread out.
Next gen, that's what we're seeing. Chris Stitz and Ken Campbell, Star Motorsports. Trying to lead lap and the lap 1 and 2.
Should I just play safe or charge up through the field? I don't know what to do here.
Last year, a little bit of issues, but he was one of those drivers that definitely was always seen get out there and finish the races. And tonight, right now, he's up front doing what he needs to.
I mean, there's so much space right now between you. If you get some runs, you can absolutely take them because you're not gonna have anybody right in front of you for at least 8 or 9 spots.
Teammate battles as we've got Sky Motorsports on the outside. It's on board. It's Storm Motorsports on the inside. It's on board to lead his first lap with the WSSR career for the 04. We have a lot of rookies that are already filling up.
Really, 99 is going to try to side draft the 4 for 20th. That's ridiculous.
You're back here on board. The rookies want to show early that their drivers.
Oh, we better not lose the draft here.
Side by side from most of the field.
That's exactly what I was just thinking because they are absolutely pulling away.
The first 25 cars, it looked like they were pretty even. Not any drivers deciding to go inside, outside, keeping it somewhat even for.
You got the 01 coming up behind you. You got a 3-car train here.
Everyone trying to figure out where they're going to feel most comfortable at this moment. Currently seeing the outside row looking very quick, but how much are you willing to stay on the outside?
What's he doing?
Car doesn't want to go. The 01's with you.
Bring up
I have no idea.
It's for the 88 of Steven Stympian running the inside. You can see his hands. He's white knuckling it.
He may be convinced there's going to be a caution.
Back as he
maybe. I don't want to lose this draft though.
Tire wear is actually something we're going to worry about. This run progresses forward.
And really, even with this track, even with it being new, it may be about lap 25. It seems like the tires do start to fall off. You might see a little bit of separation. That could get guys starting to get a little bit of run, getting in the corner, maybe trying to force their way up through the middle. It could be very interesting, but like you mentioned, being in the back right there, Steven Stympian really having a fight on the wheel, trying to make that car handle the air turbulence so violent back there in the middle. It's so much of that turbulent air from the cars in front of you, just leaving out spoilers in front. It makes it a challenge to drive.
As the drivers continue to pace up front, top where Chris Stitz leading the inside groove. Seen some other drivers.
This is my teammate in front of me.
Past, was covering the BRV Cup at the beginning of the year. It's the 75 Gap Rogers, that champion from the Tuesday series. It's covered. Gap Rogers getting a taste of what it's like up here in this field. Also teaming up with Gap Rogers is Sherry Hughes. Hughes, though, much deeper in the field, back in 27th position. Also, other drivers returning from past series that we've covered. It's the 46 of Trent Jump that's out on track, running on his lonesome currently on his team of Armadillos. was hoping to have a teammate join with him. Wasn't the case for tonight. At 46, got a few other drivers searching for allies and proving that they
Everybody up front is really behaving. They're side by side for about the first 6 or 7 rows.
Do what they do. Maybe you just decide to make your moves. Hey, if someone goes
one outside,
you figure it out, you find someone else. We'll see.
97's going to go ahead and follow him.
On super speedway racing, you definitely want to have teammates, but I've seen drivers without teammates win, so it could definitely be.
97 still outside.
Another rookies track. Here's Andrew Bedwell, not a rookie in the other series that we've covered, but a rookie in the WSSR.
74 is going to try to follow 97. He's on your right rear.
Has his teammates up front looking strong.
A little bit of momentum on the high side right now.
The Star Motorsports
98 now, right rear.
E53, Christopher Wayne to find themselves moving forward, and you're going to pull back,
You're clear up.
In line, especially at this type of cool track. I mean, there's so much power in finding your teammates. It's sticking very strong.
9's going to go ahead and take a run outside also, right rear.
And 12, Andrew.
All right, Weapon, you want to go for a ride?
From 2x2x2. This is the type of track you're not going to get drivers to run.
9 still, right rear.
Passes at will. You're kind of stuck right here, unfortunately. Maybe some tire work.
Right
now,
not that here,
especially on the bottom, not many places to go to make up track positions.
Too early yet.
No, and seeing everyone side by side, window of opportunity to try to force the issue to go 3 wide with no faster there.
9's still there with you.
You know, the sensation of, I want to go make a risky move to get
Clear up.
Settle in for now. I think there's a lot of drivers feeling of, if you want to go for the stage bonus points.
I know you're staying with your teammate, just giving you options.
Otherwise, just right in the
You're good.
So we get done with our first stage. Again, stage 1 will be concluding at the end of lap 30, unless there is a caution between lap 25 and 30. That will count.
I mean, there's not a lot I can do here. Everybody's going to be too wide. I mean,
Up front,
really, the only option is to ship it up the middle. I don't want to do that in a lap, whatever this is.
for 12 laps and a couple of
Coming to 14.
last season and 7 touching the apron. That's going to be watching Douglas
I do got to think of a strategy to pass all these people, though.
Sell look like a bad bump, and that's
Probably going to be on
I
pit
think
lane.
if it's green flag, it's going to be, exactly. It's going to be your aggressive style getting on the pit road.
Does not jump down to the bottom, maybe try and improve their position. See if the 7's able to suck back.
So don't forget to make your brake bias adjustments so you don't loop it around.
Here is getting pushed.
So yet you can still carry a lot of speed.
See if he's able to get those spots back. It's really starting to get up there. I'm surprised no one jumped from the top lane down there and tried to get into those spots for fun.
I think everyone might have been a little shocked. 14 laps, maybe the race starting to feel a little bit of
Yeah, Aaron's in this race.
97 in the 01 that passed you before.
that once
You just passed them back.
mounted up. A lap ago is completely spin. We're back to 2x2.
3's going to have to decide whether he's going to go or not because he's holding you up.
On the fact that we've got some drivers that were hunting and hounding and almost found themselves being the season's 8 champions that are back.
We may have lost it here. I think we lost it.
We've got back in
I'm wide open. I can't catch it.
Ryan Kelly, 37. He's Brian.
Yeah, that's an issue with these next-gen cars. If you don't have a third car, you cannot get to the bumper of the car in front. There's a bubble you just cannot break.
Yeah. I think we lost the main drive.
Bonus points to start off your season.
Well, we have some drivers who want to be in the back.
Good thing we got a stage.
The guys up here in the middle of this pack looking to make it 3 wide potentially here. Looks like 70 of Aaron Smith, my pick. He's going to be stuck here 3 wide with some drivers on the inside, on the outside of him. 2 wide coming out of the corner.
3 wide though, going to be in the middle, and we're going to be watching Aaron Smith second. Also Drew Blua and Trent Jump going to be 3 wide for a quick moment as Trent Jump 46. He just cannot get off of this wall, trying to find an opening to drop into the second lane. Finally will find an opening for himself, but that was a loss of over 6 positions for Trent Jump in a blink of an eye where he thought he was going to be moving forward. Instead, it was the opposite direction.
Let's definitely talk about how those guys, they did right there. They got 3 wide for a little bit. Now they're back to that 2x2. But Sam, this track is wide enough to run 3 wide at certain parts of it.
You may actually catch the draft again.
It's wide and narrow. It kind of tricks you, especially in that front.
It's possible.
So much room. And if you don't get back to 2x2 pretty quick, it could be troublesome trying to go 3 wide off in turn 1.
Well, speaking about that space on the front stretch, the apron is free game on the front stretch. Just implemented just a week ago to let these drivers know the backstretch, you cannot drop below the red line. Not even the left side tires can go off into the red line and try to make a pass. You must stay on the racing surface on the backstretch from the exit of turn 2 to the turn 3. The apron is not fair game. Only on the front stretch can you go below that red line.
That's great feedback there. Provide to these viewers, especially at a track that might be new to some people. Not familiar with watching type of speedway at a 1.5 mile track like this.
We're just staying at like 1.5.
One thing I noticed, Sam, going into turn
Yeah,
I don't hear this lap, I saw that 06 kind of push up a little bit in the middle. He got into more in the middle of the corner, wasn't able to hold right on the bottom. Right here, as you see, they're starting to slide up a little bit, not staying on that red line.
You and Kelly were a 10th plus faster last lap,
Pinching it down.
and there's another 3/10. So you guys are you're gaining.
Trying to get here in the middle of the field. We've already seen a lot of sliding, but it is go time with 11 laps to go before the stage yellow will be thrown, and the window of the stage even being concluded sooner is just within 5 laps. So these drivers know it's go time. Getting inside the top 10, the top 10 drivers will get stage bonus points at the end of lap 30, unless we have a caution between lap 25 and 30. Everyone knows it is time to move forward, but the yellow flag for the stage break will not.
Another 10th in your pocket.
At least crosses the line, so you could steal some stage bonus points if you find yourselves taking a couple of positions late right before the line.
Yeah, and they're going to have about Moses Steve Clark down there below the line.
Matter that pack behind us catches us. I think they're catching us.
He's able to get back on the track. I thought maybe, Sam, he was thinking.
If they do, that'll help you.
And I don't want to risk being up here in case there's an
As
accident.
long as they don't go against you.
I got loose coming out of the corner. So these tires are starting to really show signs of wear.
Yeah, that's going to be James Compton.
They're 3 wide right now for about P6.
Backwards for himself. Moving to the outside lane, though, it's the 77 of Drew Jua, and I'm not surprised by this. I've seen Drew Jua in that 77 machine be aggressive and joining a very aggressive team like Lucky Ducks. I'm not surprised at all. We're starting to see some movement on the outside groove. Joining up Drew Jua, it's going to be his teammate of Edward Sherwood Jr., and let's try 3 wide, almost for a second thought 4 wide, as the field's getting a little bit more racy as we're closing in to the end of this stage, and that window is talking about, Justin.
Where's it going?
25 to 30 is going to be a big
I don't know.
caution.
Maybe wants to try to push you.
That's the stage. Every driver knows it's got to move forward if you want those bonus points.
And if you want those,
We lost a lot of time there.
these cars are really starting to look like a handful. I saw the 71 with a little twitch. You can see the 71 get up there in the
Good
wall,
man.
see if we get off of it. But, oh no, and the 61's going to follow him in there too. And that really
They reckon.
Inside, a little bit of a small tap to Tom Bourne.
Yep. No, they didn't wreck. There's just 1 car down on the apron.
Backwards. They're scattering out all.
But that's going to be huge for you to be able to check up.
Just a bad bump and continues.
Or catch up, rather. Excuse me.
Tom Bourne as he tries to move away in from the lead all the way back to 37th position is Tom Bourne, and Chris Stitz takes the top spot with his teammate Ken Campbell.
Should we try to get positions here?
3-time champ is in the mixture for a stage win.
Wow, and Ken Campbell right there. Both of them. See,
You're not going to get any stage points here, obviously, but
not going to do it. Not going to pull out.
might as well.
It's really starting to get.
It's a position that you won't have to fight for to
Going off into turn 1.
come off pit road.
Into turn number 1, and it's going to be Shane McQueen stuck in the middle. Outside, it's going to be those
Hell, I'm wide open. Ain't going nowhere.
3s.
drivers up front. He's
Back up the wall.
There you go. 3s with you.
71 of Edward Sherwood Jr.
Yeah. You got tight, that dirty air.
Made some big moves. They
I
made
don't think we're going anywhere right now.
kind of caused a little bit of chaos. Also, were assisted with some of the bad bumps up front. And the 77 trying to find an opening. They'll dig down to the inside, trying to get by.
There you go.
And the
3's clear behind you.
They're on the move. They're on the charge.
There's a few spots.
Oh, and we're in the window. If the caution flag comes out, that's the stage.
That would be the stage, and that's why you're seeing these guys race so hard. Because if the caution does come out, they
Coming to
Broadcast
lap
thinks 25.
One's going to get right up there behind the 77, push right off into the corner. You can see
Starting to get loose.
Look at the speed he's able to give. 77 and Drew Jewett not able to
Yep.
get alongside.
Now that you're pushing, you're feeling what I said you're going to feel about lap 20.
Super Speedway contenders starting to move forward. 13 of Cedric Hunter also on the charge in that pink Hello Kitty machine. He's going to have Brian Noel behind a pass teammates of one another. But it's Drew Jua and the 77, the 71 of Edward Sherwood Jr. giving the bump draft and the teamwork. And they're going to be 1-2 heading into turn number 3. As when they cross the line, it's going to be 3 laps.
There you go.
left in the stage. Top 10 drivers get bonus points. And right now, the battle for 10 is between the 88 of Steven Stimpian, as well as, oh, no trouble. Edward
The 3 still with you.
for the 71. Side draft and hold everyone back. And from a blink of an eye, they go from conquering it to holding off the lead group to now going backwards as the 71.
Wow, big difference right there. And all those positions lost, but stage points lost. Most important, I think when the 77 went up to the outside lane to block, the 71 went up almost too late, Sam. It looked like he almost pulled right in front of the car.
There you go, up to P30.
On that, but then he ended up sending it right into the wall. A big moment for him.
Huge moment, and now going to be the new driver battling for that 10th place position. Steven Stimpy and Trent Jump. Those are going to be the two drivers to watch out for. It's the blue and white 46
Shot here from the 3.
and the black 88. That's for the fight for who's going to get the final bonus point. It's Rujua no longer has a teammate, but he still leads the race. Coming up to 2, going to be 1 lap to go on the stage. Again, it is once 10th place crosses the line that the all black will be thrown by a race control of Steve Benjamin. Jua, though, trying to get every last bit of momentum to hold off the rest of the field as Larry Engling bounces to the outside. This is the white flag of stage number 1.
They up here racing for the stage too.
Yellow.
So,
Yep. Yellow flag's gonna fly here.
The inside.
I want to be careful right here.
He's going to get a big push, but Larry Ewing going to pull to the inside.
Yeah.
Send it off into turn 3.
I got all I'm going to get.
the 3-time champ of the WSSR Cup Series, trying to make the late dashing move.
Yellow flag's out. Just back it down. Don't hit the brakes.
Gonna have the help from his other.
We're gonna have to wait for the pace car. Good job, Brian.
Bronson Stafford from Sky Motorsports, and it's
Awesome
Drew
run,
Jua. Gonna be
We're
your
typically
stage
A lot of guys dropped off right there because of tires.
season 9.
Larry, you got a pass.
Ooh, if that's a preview, Justin, what we're gonna see later
What
on.
you started feeling when you were charging forward is what I said you were going to feel on lap 20. It's just because you were so far behind, you didn't feel until later.
He was going to go to the lead. He got up there, got alongside, and then it.
I agree, Derek. I agree.
Bush didn't have the momentum. Look where he ended up. Unofficially, it shows third. Okay, at one point it had 5th. I thought he lost more positions, but still, Sam. I mean, that just
10 spots ahead of where I qualified.
perfectly. That's something, Larry. He's a smart driver. He's going to learn what to do on that final lap.
Larry, my teammate, did he get it?
Make sure he gets that win.
And here you see where the points will be.
He got 30. He got 29th.
Stafford second, as well as going to be.
Oh, who are they talking about then?
Shane Wyatt, Ken Gamble, Chris Stitz, Steven Stimpy,
Not sure.
Matt Meir, Edward Sherwood Jr., and Cedric Hunter.
Where's my bit?
10 drivers with bonus points with your stage. There
Oh,
will
crap.
be any more stage racing from here on out.
didn't hear
It's
it.
all about who's going to take the win. But this pit stop, a little bit of a breather.
Didn't see it
Also
either.
some great knowledge to take in. I mean, Justin, you get all that knowledge of tires now with this pit stop.
Exactly. That's what I want to see. Is everyone going to be taking lefts? Are they going to do
Line up
rights
single
only?
file.
Anyone going to maybe
It's
do
a
lefts
big
only?
car.
Start doing that strategy.
Where the hell are you?
Taking rights here, lefts there on the next pit stop, trying to get that track position. Hard to pass, but
I knew it was going to be in the back, but I just flat didn't see it.
And that's drivers
Damn it!
off a pit.
My
It's time to try to queue up. Maybe our
Are you good?
I was
see if we can find
looking at everything else. I didn't uncheck myself as a spotter.
place as we keep
My bad, dude.
77 machine.
All right.
Drew, it's Sam and Justin up in the booth. You got
29th was going to put us. Hey, I get TV time right now anyway.
You marched
Uh,
through the field, taking the stage win.
29th is going to put us mid pack
Damn
anyway.
it! My bad.
Stage win.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. As long as you can kind of keep the right rear on it. It feels great. I had my teammate Eddie helping me there.
You got
The right.
I
No,
can't
I'm-
see
I'm
exactly how much fuel you got right now.
So, it was
Alright.
nice to win the stage in our first career race. But,
Damn, he's right here, ain't he?
Looking forward
No
to
wonder I missed him.
Be
laps
ready.
in front.
Drew, Justin up here, great job on the stage. Speaking of your teammate, have you had a chance to talk to him? You think he's going to be able to get back up there with you and help you guys stay up there, stay in the front, get these wins?
Yeah. He was repairing all his damage, so I would not
That's it. Go.
be surprised if he's back up
Alright,
there
come
in
on out.
front.
Sorry about that,
There's a-
Brian.
A little bit of
No, you're good.
I was trying to get all the way up to
If there's a big rep mid pack, that might save me.
He helped me when I needed help going 3 wide and
They might,
showing that.
but I don't think they're gonna. If they were just able to hold it right there on initially,
Can't wait to see what.
especially learning a whole bunch of new guys and how they race and how aggressive they can be and whatnot. If they can just ride like that for a while,
That's going to be your Lucky Duck Motorsports.
I think you might stay green.
Drew Jua in the 77.
They are
Gotta say, Justin.
90, 90, 91,
The
89.
way he was driving.
Pretty much even all
I would've
4
been
around.
called after that stage victory.
He was calm, cool, and collected. The driver that, wait, that's exactly what you need to be at these super speedways.
I'll be quicker next time.
Now we're going to see what he does over these final 100.
I know where he's at now.
It's going to be great. We saw
so you're
really good racing here, Sam, and I'm expecting to see some of it. Maybe
I'm not usually that far back. Confused.
Right.
Kind of fuel strategy mode, maybe.
Close it up.
Trying to
car length
get themselves set up for the final pit stops, get a short one, but we'll see. We're going to be talking about it all night tonight.
Did Ryan Kelly do it too? Because he's just a few spots in front of me.
He's starting to be the third car on the inside row.
Shane
had a couple of scary moments.
Well, he was essentially in the back anyway.
But he's going to be having the three-time champ in front of him, Larry Yingling, as well as Drew Jua, right in front of this 27 machine, as we are about to be back to racing action for the Trophy Smack 225 here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The inside lane rolls.
All right, don't lose the draft.
Spaced out. It's the outside row that's a little bit closer with one another.
Very spaced out restart.
Gamble is
bottom lane didn't go.
See how well they can rip the top, and will Drew Jua
no, it didn't.
Speed, or could it be someone else that mounts the momentum? Because that 77's got a lot of gap to work with, and here we go, the momentum is here.
You go from the top back down to the bottom, trying to stay with all that momentum on the inside. Larry Yingling going to get right to his rear bumper, start pushing, get those temperatures up. One thing we definitely have to talk about is these guys pushing water temperatures. Sam, don't want to risk blowing those engines up.
That's why we've been seeing some of these teammates.
Follow Ed if you can. You just went up the middle in that 71.
A little bit of space to breathe.
He led a bunch
place
before that stage break came out.
We're going to get a huge bump.
It was between him and Drew Jua.
And we'll give it the better push.
Why are they in the back
teammates
now?
Stafford, Drew Jua, as well as got a lot of drivers, done a great job marching their way.
Not 100% short.
Up 25 positions.
Fuel strategy going on. He's racing hard up the middle, trying to get back to somewhere.
We're on the move. Trent Jump, who got in the outside wall for a quick moment. He's on his way forward inside of our top 10. Other drivers are outside of our top 10. It's the 51 in 15th position. Vincent Sora, the kid's back. His 2 seasons that we've seen Vincent Sora run, he took the championship, and now will he get his third as the 51 is on the charge here tonight. Also seen some other drivers that are returning. It's been a blast to see returning drivers. Here's one of the new ones. It's James going to be in the night.
Shout out to my computer for running above 60 frames per second.
Steve Justin, he's trying to get back inside of our top 20.
Just remember, you're running harder right now, Brian, so your tires are going to feel it sooner than they did before.
Oh, yeah, I'm saving too.
Kind of.
Not pushing as hard as they work for that stage.
Yeah.
Maybe not getting right to the bumpers, but I expect those speeds to get even more as you see 185.
Got the big old draft.
To turn 1. But Sam, these tires, the harder you go into the corner, you're just heating them up. So right now,
all right, you're 2x2 all the way back to you now.
Just lift a little bit, breathe. Keep these tires a bit forward, maybe have higher life left 20.
Still have the deuce to your outside.
Get back to the front before the pit stop start.
Danny Cochran.
Another ball game because these drivers trying to pit coming off of turn 3 is going to be.
I think I got all cars turned on
Brian
too.
Johnson.
Just to keep our eyes on as we've been seeing the front group swapping back and forth.
Should be all 40 something of them.
On who's going to be that lead driver. A couple of other drivers that have really dropped back in positioning. Talking about Vincent Sora, what's deep
on your stream? I can see you could see all the way up to the front of the pack.
Now able to march his way forward.
I'm getting some quality stuff on my. I'm red in quality.
Ryan McCann is still back
on my network,
as well as seeing Edward Sherwood Jr. with his damage repairs. He's back.
I mean, it hasn't really blinked out, but it's red. My latency's jumping all around.
Super speedways. Here's one of them. The 74 Nick Crawford. He's outside the top 25. He's
stream looks good
for this 74 machine.
We can tell everyone for certain.
Yeah, your stream looks fine.
Your favorite driver's not in the top 20. That doesn't mean anything. He might just have that strategy of staying in the bag, putting drama up here, saving their equipment, knowing that they're going to be on a different strategy potentially later. Move up, get those spots back. Super Speedway racing definitely places where you can make up ground when you need to, as long as you stay in that draft. That's the most important thing. If you miss that draft, you're going to be getting lapped really good.
I'm amazed there's no big accordions.
See, in red, formerly was in the blue machine. What's the 8 machine of Brad Dan here tonight?
The 98, rather.
Swapping from the blue to red with a little bit of gold and black mixed in with the detail work If it can't be a driver, I think we've got to keep our eyes on this season when we get to some of those
There's an accordion
tracks. Night courses have always been a strong suit for this game machine. The question is tonight, when is it to go? But for the drivers to really tackle and go forward, because we're about to be close.
But the outside line doing work.
28 outside.
Some drivers are still fired back from where
they all going.
Typically on
down.
super speedways in these cars, the high side has momentum.
That's the right strategy. Sam, if we go green, we don't have cautions. How do you get up there? Sometimes drivers in the back assume that there's quite a few
big pull here. 98 outside.
Moving up. That doesn't happen. How do you go from 35th to the front? Not possible. It's so hard to pass when you're running 2x2 and there's nowhere to go.
I mean, Justin, look at the weather conditions. You just saw the track just light up as we're dealing with a mostly cloudy conditions. The track is going to be getting the sun, losing the sun all throughout this race, but the air temperature, 84 degrees. That's a hot day that these drivers are dealing with here at Atlanta, but it's known as Hot Atlanta. That track is smoking hot at 116 Fahrenheit. And then the wind, not too bad for us. Staying pretty stable, fluctuating just a little bit high, humidity has been low, but it's that track temp just that I'm most concerned for this field.
But Matt, going up, which makes those tires even hotter.
A little bit of separation now from about 20th on back.
You should have the best driving car out there, most likely even.
It's about a 4 or 5 car gap.
Just talking about making sure you can keep it under you, not heating it up too much so you lose that grip. And we're halfway through the run, and they got 30 laps in their tire right now, but halfway through this run. Those tires are starting to really lose their life. Maybe another 10 laps to just practice.
Still have the 28 outside.
Sliding. And that's when the drivers started getting up in the walls late in that first one.
We're going to keep it all together. I want to say thank you to everyone that's joining with us here on Freaky.com. Again, it's your first time watching. Well, welcome. My name is Sam Dyer. With me up in the booth is Justin Malarkey, running production for every Freaky.com podcast. We've got Robert Boyer Jr., as this is the first race of Season 9 for the WSSR Cup Series. Tonight, it's the Trophy Smack 225 at Atlanta, and Drew Jua still fighting for the lead as our top 8 still side by side. And not a lot of movement has changed inside of our top 10, I would say. They're pretty much the same top 10 drivers that we've had since the drop of the green from our last restart at the end of the stage. And again, some questions of when you want to go and make moves, but pit stops might be the biggest way you want to make some moves.
Where we got a bit at.
But when you come in, it's going to be
16 laps since you were last on.
It's going to be because I don't know if I want to be one of the first drivers to pit down on that inside line, especially if I'm up front in the leaders, because you got guys coming from right behind you. Right now, we're going into turn 3.
Oh, one outside.
Line come right on the track, right there. You saw it. That's usually where drivers start to slow down and turn off into the pits. Wow, Sam, when you go 170 to the corner, you can't just make a turn left and get down there on that flat banking. You really got to start slowing down. And if drivers behind you don't.
That you cannot do.
It can really create a problem.
It can be a massive problem. Not being careful when some of these drivers at their best keep it as smooth as possible.
No, definitely not. You cannot pit alone on green.
For getting aggressive at super speedway type courses, whenever he has a chance. Christopher Norris mired back pretty deep in the field. I mean, got shot since 38, and I'm with his team in green and 24 from the snowy desert.
I see some 3 wide up there, I think.
Trying to take their time is the best goal for
right now with double pile all the way back. That green car is kind of swaying line to line, but it's still double pile.
In the best that they can.
Right front pushed a little bit there, so we might see some guys start dropping off.
For a hunt for a championship, the 3 Ryan Kelly, Justin. I thought at one moment Ryan Kelly was going to take that championship last season.
Oh, that last race last year, that was great. Anyone who didn't see it, full loader.
The thing is, I can't lose a draft. This guy, I think I need to get around this
He
guy.
was going to win that championship, and like you said, Ryan Kelly, I really thought he
Good idea.
in the bag, and then
You are clear high.
But the driver was going to be so fun to watch this year, and that was a really sharp pace that we got there. Great. But Cody Reed, another driver, he was last year, showed some speed. I raced with him in the trucks. He had a lot of speed in the trucks. I definitely can get up there, definitely make the playoffs, and show what his muscle's all about.
Cody Reed running with his teammates of Hot Monster Motorsports. It's Anthony.
Still clear up. There you go.
Reed, Joshua Nada, and John Forbes. That's going to be another group to
Ain't going nowhere at the moment.
So here's what's going on deeper in the field, though. Outside of our top 35, we're seeing Ben Keating in the 98 machine, the 01 Love Bug machine. This is
There you go. We just opened the door for you.
part of Hula Monkeys. It's going to be the 01 of Matthew Rodriguez. With Matthew Rodriguez is Mike Tellier. They're in alliance with Sky Motorsports. Only 4 drivers can officially be on a team, but
98 just tagged the wall.
bigger that created their own alliances, and one of those is the 01 and the 97.
No caution, stay in it.
Let's move back up front because we got some movement, and it's from the Drop the Hammer team. It's going to be Shane Wyatt and Steven Stippian ripping the top and trying to take the lead from Drew Jua, who's been kind of having a grasp on the lead since
Watch the dirty air in the wall.
Several guys hitting the wall up here.
in the stage. Well, now it's the 22nd turn to get some help from a super speedway master of the 88.
All right, and about 5 laps to go to 88.
There's a whole lot of checking up going out.
The moves there just really showing.
Yeah, the tires are giving out.
I didn't get a chance to say it, so I'm going to say it now. He's definitely a driver I want to watch. He was making some moves that really impressed me.
Oh, one
simple little
on your backside.
steering wheel going through the triangle.
Staying low with you.
Just making
For now.
moves. He's seen wiggling on the car. He's really getting kind of pushing. I think it's a driver who's going to be up there leading really soon, Sam.
Oh, one looking high.
Pusher, or is he going to be the leader? And when he
Where do you go? Where do you go? Where do you go?
work with them, but we touched on this also just 10 laps ago.
Okay.
Going to be talking about the
Hold your line.
You're pushing
5 low.
very aggressively. You got to be worrisome.
3 low.
With the tires.
Good run. Clear low.
Your engine here tonight. Some other big movers. Talk about how massive Drew
2 outside. At your door.
Up to
97 now at your door.
that started
Reckon. Go low. Good. Hold your line. There you go. Good job, Ryan.
51.
All right, this is lap 55. I'm going to not make the same mistake I did last time.
First big one.
And go ahead and get you set up.
Strikes and spins around. And the second back half of the field is caught up in the big one.
That's the big accident. We're going to have to go check in on SMB drivers. Got damaged, but definitely saw the 06. Look at that front bumper.
All right, there you go.
Heavy damage, a lot of repair. Not going to be how he wants to start his night, especially when he was up there leading earlier in this race.
Way to job, Brian. Good job.
Damage.
Yeah, we were starting to be able to go places there. About 20-something laps.
Sitting at turn number 2. It's going to be around the 99 machine and the 06. It's going to be on the outside lane we're going to watch out for. And it's
I wish this car would go by me.
To give big pushes and
You're going to want to catch up, bud.
wrong.
I know, but
for themselves.
You don't want
I'm going to get a black flag here.
A big bump. And the tap went awry quickly. I believe this is
somebody that wrecked.
Back for the field, but it was like
I think they'll clear it.
Drivers exited turn 2.
Yeah,
bump.
they're going to have to. I mean, if they didn't get you.
Yeah, but these drivers want it.
Be ready.
I think it's going to be coming out of this corner
Going
right
up the
here,
black
Sam.
flag. You passed the yellow. We're going to hold you for a while.
I believe we are still a little bit too far.
Number 8, black flag, passing on the yellow.
We're trying to find it for our viewers as drivers were trying to make the inside lane work, and there was a lot of movement.
All right, that's it. Go.
Their tires.
Come out. Go.
5 laps into that run, and then
Don't speed.
Contact. The driver spun around for themselves. There was a incident that happened earlier in that stint. Driving into the outside. Well, that was Ben Keeney who had issues, and he's going to get those repairs done because of having this yellow.
For making fun of you.
But the drivers that were caught up in that wreck is the 06.
All right, sir.
Was going to be the 99 caught up in that wreck, and sadly, it doesn't look like we're going to be having the view of that
Number 8.
incident. But drivers taking their pit stops for Jua as well as others. But they're going to get themselves some repairs and get ready for this upcoming restart for the field.
There you go, sir.
You want to get in and get those tires. Most importantly, they'll fill it up with fuel, get all the fuel you can. So this way, your pit stops can be shorter later on in this race.
As everyone's going to be taking 4 tires.
And that left front was getting chewed up.
4 sets of tires. There's the incident right there.
Yeah.
Finally found it for you and the audience out on track. Is going to be the direct between the 06, trying to make some big move. Some bad bumps.
Yeah, if we can have a green flag run here, I got the tire saving down pat.
95, and then Gavin Rogers.
They really start to drop off.
In a bad tap,
All right, man,
off the exit of the corner, gets the 99 of Kunkel into Tom Bourne, wrecking in front of the back half of the field. And somehow the field was able to avoid what could have been a much bigger wreck, but you see the late contact there by the 97 machine, the Tim Hortons machine of Mike Tellier, getting a little bit of late contact there.
Car.
06 Tom Moore just in the wrong place at the wrong time when a 99 come off the wall like that. That's just so unfortunate for a driver who was up front earlier in this race. But speaking of up front, we're getting ready for the restart coming here. About Cedric Hunter up there in the front row, driver who, a lot of respect for him. He's a great, clean driver. Last season, got caught up in some accidents, it seemed. But right now, he's got that machine on the front row. He's got that clear track in front of him. He's going to be ready to hammer down coming out of this corner, as we're going to be going green next time by, it looks like.
Yeah, going to have the Hammer Down podcast and team of Steven Stimpian behind the 88 of Cedric Hunter. Hunter, interesting move.
All right, I'll let you know when the leader goes.
Part of the Lucky Ducks Motorsports team.
You can take my spotter back.
Drew Jua, Cedric Hunter.
Up with the Snow Desert drivers of Nick Crawford, Christopher Norris, and Zach Hall, leaving the 7 spot open. Or Douglas, got to leave up some spots open for the likes of Drew Jua to actually take the spot of the 13th.
All right, pace car's pulling off.
Hey, whoever's behind me, just a heads up,
they're going to be your front row from Lucky Ducks. Drew Jua,
ready.
Also see him
go.
Well on the inside.
So.
Watch out for that inside row. They're going to have a great launch here, expecting a good restart from the 07 and the 77. As see the Barney Flagman's flag up. Green flag is out for the Trophy Smack 225 here tonight. And maybe a little bit too big of a launch as our top two on the inside pull away. It's Cedric Hunter and Steven Stimpian. Kind of mounts up a little.
5 outside, he's got the 2 behind him.
Looks like that outside does not have that many drivers up there.
Don't go that close to the wall.
Down to that inside line.
89 is with you.
There and gives it under the rest of the outside line.
Yeah,
16's up high.
Trying to get back up one.
Bit of a gap between the 5 and the car in front.
Late repairs done. Ben Keeney 3 laps down after getting repairs done. Tom Bourne also was in pit road for over.
2 still right front.
Forget Rogers as they were caught up in
Clear high.
recent incident.
16 now up high.
They are off the pace from our leaders as the
Clear up.
See some more movement of drivers trying to climb their way forward. Impossible, and still crazy to think we still have all 43 drivers still out on track. Biggest field that WSSR has had in a very long time.
Nope, stay. Keep going.
Just caught up in that last wreck. Still attached to the draft. This is a big pocket.
Good job, though.
For the 75.
Holy shit.
3 wide, stay on the bottom.
Even with damage, as we see a car get below the apron there.
You're good.
Maybe in front of 16 and below the apron.
Coming up on the 5. Clear 5.
In front of me,
You mentioned all those drivers, the 3 cars being out there, been keeping 3 laps down. Tim, get a couple cautions. Draft is the
29 now outside.
Stay in the draft. If this race gets
You got all the momentum on the bottom, sir. 74 outside. 74 was trying you.
Also, I went back and took a closer look at the incident almost in front of another wreck. It looked like a huge.
You are 70, clear 74.
We're going to get split up here big time.
Contact between Edward Shore Jr.
Yeah. That little hiccup that
spooked us.
didn't turn to a caution really split the field.
We stay clean and green at the moment, but it is now completely split up.
We need to
Right
go
now, all
single
the
file.
momentum's on the high. On the bottom side.
Number top 20, and the rest of the field trying to mount up some speed to catch up.
2 and 74 outside.
Junior, that lead driver going to be the 53.
They just need not to fight.
That second back.
2 on you. Hold your line. There you go.
It's a big difference. These 2 packs, Sam, that's something
Clear up.
we talked about earlier. If you were one of those drivers staying in the back of the field, trying to hope that cautions will come out and that you can advance forward. Well, now we got the field spread apart. What if there's no more cautions with the field being...
You took 6 spots in that little hiccup.
Drivers not racing this aggressive side-by-side, less risk for caution. All of a sudden, that puts you really in a hard spot to try and gain consistency.
It certainly does, but if there's anyone I'm going to trust, it's these top 3 leading this group. You've got the likes of Chris
None of it matters if we can't catch this lead back.
and Shane Terrian, 3 very respectful.
Yeah.
Super Speedway.
You're not wrecked. I mean, that's huge.
Medlin. If you remember our days of covering Stardust, it's the Medlin cam. Well, it's back for the 12 machine.
And outside guys need to drop down. No, don't do that.
Lead back there about a second, 1.7 seconds.
2 car, a little bit of momentum up high.
20th.
You're still clear 'em.
For Wade, Every push, every bump.
He dropped in behind you.
Closing the gap, but it continues to look like it's actually getting bigger between that first group and the second group.
Clear low.
Especially these drivers back here, they're still 2x2. They
What was that?
Clear high.
Really focused on making sure they catch that.
I have no idea. I guess he thought he was going to try to get underneath you.
Racing the top 20. That's the 24 right there. And as he falls back a little bit, that's going to maybe allow for that second group to a little bit of a toe up.
Like actually a little bit of trouble on that second backfill. Quick unit. Johnson, Cody Reed, Dakota Malini's gotten a little bit of a scuffle. That bump as it had again, 40 back, further back in the pack. Lost the draft.
Yep,
It's going to be a small group. Catch up to our top 20 as we're seeing the 24 of Aldi Fonseca trying to stay attached, but that gap, you got to be careful. These next gen cars, Justin, you can kind of touch on a little bit more, but you can lose the draft very quickly if you've got that big of a gap.
You really can. I definitely feeling a little nervous for the 24. I think he's close enough that he's able to
74 coming up again.
stars in front, but if he just makes any little issue and loses a little bit more time, these cars just don't really punch a big hole in the air like the previous generation car where you can really lag back and then suck right up when you need it to. I think he's fine.
They just keep checking up huge.
Yeah, I was looking to my left, and there was another big checkup. I didn't think there was going to be another one after that.
Scary, Sam. I've had it happen, especially at Atlanta, but had it happen on a restart where drivers kind of checked up. One of the last cars back, you check up a little bit too much. All of a sudden, those guys go and you lose that draft.
Very quickly, you can lose the draft if you're one of those drivers. As again, I'll take a start to lose it. Yeah, I mean, he's just on the cusp of losing that draft more, but he's just there. I think give also Spacey something too daring of a move. 69 laps in, it's been a nice race so far, and this could be a nice time for us to take a quick break.
5 laps to halfway.
Broadcasting, we've been giving you 70 laps of great racing action here at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the WSSR Series. Tonight is the 69 Race 1. Crazy Thing New Car to start. As tonight's race meets the Trophy Smack 225. We're going to go side by side so you don't miss a thing. We'll be back right after this for some more Speedway racing.
Bunch of idiots back here.
Working on 15 green flag laps.
We are catching them, though, ain't we? Just visually, I don't know what the numbers are. But visually, it looks like we're...
You are... It's like you gain a little bit for 2 laps, and you lose 2 laps, and you gain a little bit, and then you lose again. But y'all were faster 3 of the last, 5 laps. Exactly what Derek says. It's yo-yoing.
It's like a yo-yo.
Up and down and up and down and up and down.
Oh, that's gonna hurt us.
That's right. Superman just got a little bit of a bump.
Maybe Shane can push with that controller.
Right.
They awfully wiggly
last
too.
lap y'all were faster, but it's by like less than a tenth.
No, we're slow
like
this
9
lap.
1,000ths. Yeah.
We are visually losing them now. Big time.
Y'all were only faster 2 of the last 5 that time. But yeah, you were right. Y'all lost almost half a second. Gained a 10th back, so yeah, back and forth.
The lead car keeps getting loose.
There's 5 wide behind the pit.
Do we think these
Bottom
cars
part here,
are
this ain't gonna work. They make it last. Bump it and bang into the
They
end.
were slower side by side.
No, they did not. You
Sora
lose a ton
still
of
with the shot here, coming off a 4. Look at it. It's it.
Okay, because we're still
It's
losing
bottom
time.
line, here it comes. Oh no!
Losing big time.
It's gonna be that Nick Crawford. The 74 gets
Yep.
through somehow, and they just come.
Oh my goodness.
There it is.
There we go.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
they can do much better.
Trying to be the stealer. Cedric Hunter.
Y'all started breaking loose a little bit.
He somehow
20 laps after green flag run. This is 23
You
laps.
can pull down in front of me.
bounced into one another, just too much of side drifting off of, and they gotta be careful. Oh no, the 4 demolishes in the 28. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Freaky Fast Broadcasting on your Wednesday night for the WSSR Cup Series. My name is Sam Tire. Joining me up in the booth is Justin Malarkey. Running Productions, Robert Boyer Jr. First race of the season 9 for the Trophy Smack 225, and a blink out for Drew Jua right in front of the field. Will he come back? Right when we come back, the 77 disappears off the exit of turn 4. Still not reconnected as they ran a half a lap. Justin, this could be a nightmare for our stage winner. I know there's been a lot of big storms going on in the East Coast region, and we might have had our first driver to have issues here, and our stage winner ain't back yet, and he might be fully disconnected now.
Oh, and look at Cedric Hunter. He went down to the bottom. He took place where Drew was. That's huge. I mean, that changes really everything. He was one of the drivers leading the most laps, and that opens the door for someone else to lead the most laps now. That's unfortunate. Hopefully he's able to get back in. Right now, he's probably going to be at least 2 laps down.
And now going to be seeing Vincent Sora, Cedric Hunter going to be your lead drivers as the 77 who's in complete control. Still yet officially disconnected from the race, but has disappeared was Drew Jua. And what a march that 77 had. He had a clinch on the fact that this race could have been his with the way he was running up front. Now no longer. He is now officially dropped from the
In front of me is about to lose it.
packet loss. That is a nightmare, but that's the kind of random mistakes, random failures that virtually
They are losing their tires.
compared to real life NASCAR, real life racing, where it's kind of like an engine fall apart for yourself.
That's an engine failing, a cylinder going down, a tire popping in the middle of the corner. That's kind of keeps it real. I mean, stuff like that happens. That's unfortunate for him. You hate to see it because I think he's really fast all year, and that's just going to really hurt him on the points.
Oh.
Hey, it'll make life up here in the booth for us, Sam, really fun to watch him gain all those points back next week in Texas, because I think he's going to be fast.
It certainly does. Speaking about winning, the 51 of Vincent Sora is a winner. The second most ranked driver in WSSR history with the least amount of starts. Vincent Sora is incredible when it comes to sim racing in the 51 machine. And only 37 starts coming into tonight. He has 17 wins. That's almost a 50% chance that Vincent Sora is going to find himself in the victory lane. And here tonight,
E19's gained over a second in the last 5 laps.
these races He's got some friends behind him, former Alliance drivers of Cedric Hunter, Steven Stympian. They're controlling both lanes, and it's go time for this group, and he's starting to see...
Shane is checking up in the tri-oval.
As Bronson Stafford hits
What the hell you say?
to the outside groove. Now it's the 61 leading that outside.
I don't think this 85 can get to his bumper.
61, it's Zach Hall, Christopher Norris, Snow.
Oh, he's hitting him.
He's on the charge. To try
He's hit him a few times.
Now the 88 gets shuffled out to the third lane. Is he going to have anyone let him in? Is that his teammate right there, the 71? Is the 71 going to let him in, Sam? It's not as easy just as pulling over, letting someone come down in front of you, especially when you don't have the momentum going, no help up there. But hey, will the 71 go up there? Will they push each other back to the lead? It's kind of hard though, just two cars.
I mean, it's going to be difficult, but I don't know if we're going to be seeing 71 or anyone. We're
Going to give him a big shot right here.
driver of Steven Stympian because all of his other...
I think we're just screwed on at this point.
We had Shane Wyatt in fourth currently in the 27. Other drivers of James Kunkel, he's heavily damaged in the 85.
They're too wide behind us. We've
on
pretty much just
30
started racing.
green flag laps.
for the 88 of Steven Stympian. If he's going to catch back up...
12 and 74, going to try going outside.
On his...
Now we're really going to get slowed down.
And trust that 88 machine.
Yes, that's a very valid point there. I misspoke. I was thinking back to Drew Chuba at first.
That's now 3 up high, 75 outside.
He was waiting for 71 to get up there, but unfortunately now the 71's up there and he doesn't.
They just realize they go up high, they get looser.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, Justin, it is fair.
They just completely broke apart.
But what a moment there off before.
Had to try something though.
A separate issue off the exit. Some broke loose, some broke tight. It was a freak out for the lead pack there off the exit of turn 4, but it's okay, Justin. There's a lot of new faces. Like I said, we got 16 new drivers, rookies that joined this season. 14 teams.
75 outside.
Teams all shut up from what they were teaming up with the last.
On your right rear.
I'm not surprised that we might get a couple of names maybe mixed up, teams mixed
The
up.
85 is losing the leader.
Clear up.
Fully are solidifying some of these drivers and their new car numbers also. But it is certainly no surprise we're seeing some of this change up. One driver that dominated this race back in season 5, Zach Hall, to the point, the 32, pressuring the Sky Motorsports driver Bronson Stafford, and they have some lap traffic right in front. This
75 again, trying outside.
the best because not just one lap car, it's a lap traffic
No run.
that you're catching up with.
Well, this is where
12 still with you.
they'll talk to the rest of those guys.
75 has help in the form of the 29. Right rear. Door.
Begging them to please not interfere right now.
Still outside. Still outside.
These older tires, we're getting into a
You're good.
here. Zach Collins going to be on the inside. He's going to catch that lap.
All right, 29 and 75 outside, splitting you.
As they get to the corner, they're going to be 3 wide eventually.
Now just the 29.
Is riding the apron in that red.
12 still with you. 74 coming up on your right side now.
The whole
He's got some help in the form of the 28.
easily scary
Oh,
moment.
Holy
3
crap.
wide ahead because the 9 decided to go up and try to block.
Another group of 3 drivers to get by in their side.
74 outside. 29 now outside. 3 wide in front.
As Bronson Stafford gets a huge push from
Might just get a caution right
Shane
here.
stuck in the sucker hole.
trying to get 61 as far out as possible before most likely ditching 61.
I don't know what to do.
In the battle, it's the 4 of Justin Forbes. It's the 6 of Tom Bourne. They almost wreck it from the field. Also,
2 now looking high.
splitting lap traffic is going to be the field. Watch out. This
I'd say as soon as you're clear of the 2, is that your teammate in front of you or no?
wide, and the field is somehow keeping it together, but I don't think it's going to
No?
stay
Okay.
very long as Justin
I would say when you're clear, go on up, go on by.
Connor holds on. We somehow keep it.
Right now you got 28 outside, now 74.
Lap there, we got another car up in the wall. The 4 machine.
Forbes.
Justin Forbes. Just,
Stay in it, stay in it.
wow, these drivers.
29 lost it. You are double wide, clear up.
Steven gets spread out, not even equal to the bottom like they wanted to. The top line.
53 behind you. 29, the car that just saved it on the apron is underneath you.
This is really getting to be really interesting racing. I love it right now. Love these old tires.
85 low. A lot of momentum up high.
Right there.
Now 9 low.
Out of the way, others, not just Sim Forbes, a very new sim racer, and went with
Good run, Brian. Way to get off that corner. Clear low.
focus on the positional battle and not where the lead pack was driving. Going to be seen Tom Bourne. He stayed in his lane, forcing everyone else to slow down to the 06. Same for the 16 of Johnson Panada. The 4, though, loses the group.
Checking up right
He
now,
falls
Brian.
backwards, but
You just cracked the top 20, sir.
scared. They all hold on together, but for how long still is the question, because looming
Two tag the wall a little bit. Way to check up. You're good.
I don't have the exact number of when they're going to be in the pit road, but it's
Sounds like Jack
looming for this
Beckman's on
field.
there.
It is, and that's going to be really one of the biggest game changers. Getting on with that cleaning, that's going to be a really hard thing to do. I got to say though, Sam, there's so much action going on.
Gained a
I've been
tenth
wanting
that
to say
lap.
this for about 5 laps. I have to give a huge shout out to the driver that proved me wrong.
Yeah, those two cars in the lead were
Working
holding
lap
us up big time.
95, 55 to go.
He thought he lost the draft. I said, I kind of confirmed. I was like, he lost it. He lost
Because
it.
you got 35 in the tank.
There. Maybe he was saving a little bit of fuel, saving a little bit of tires. We think he has a little bit of damage, but he's right up there in the mix now, shooting for a top 10 finish the way he's going.
Shooting and trying to stay in a good position. Now we've seen some
That was a big check out.
racing against
That was probably a little bit my fault. The guys behind me.
Snowy Desert Racing teammates Zach Hall, Christopher Norris, but Norris made back suddenly pushed his teammate a little bit too far out. Zach Hall, no drafting help. They'll fall in the clutches of his teammate at 38 of Christopher Norris. Outside lane's going to be Sky Motorsports of Bronson Stafford and Matt Neer. But third driver on the outside, he got some damage. He maybe didn't get those stage bonus points that he wanted. The 71 of Edward Sherwood Jr. is back in the fight.
He's back to the fight. He wants to say, hey, I can get up there. I don't need the 77. I was able to push him. I'm going to push someone else up to the front. MCC.
Your boy Ed made it all the way to the front.
There's 61.
Yes, sir.
From being
He's actually pretty good. He can drive both dead ups and fixed race.
familiar faces, though, deeper in this group. But that's not where you want to be. 3 wide with Bronson Stafford, Tom Bourne, as they'll try to single up with one another, get back to 2 by 2. And now your new leader, still Zach Hall. Christopher Norris leading on the outside. Inside row, though, it's being led by a lap car. That's Joshua Kanata trying to unlap himself the hard way. Currently, it's a 16.
Well, the hard way, but if he can do it and the caution comes out and opens the door, gets him back on that lead lap. As you see right here, John Forbes looked like he might have got down on that apron inspect there. You see how it kind of shoots the car up into the corner, able to keep it going. No problem. You see up there in his mirror, he got that 70 machine. My pick, Aaron Smith, still in the hunt, staying in this top 20. Got to mention, we had the 43 driver, Sam. Got to have 2 fields of cars right now. As you see a car,
We are not gaining doing this. We're losing.
Wall has to get down low, get into the draft as quickly as possible. Otherwise, you might be driving too slow and lose that lead back. And we're seeing a lot of traffic
You're running a faster line.
to that rip level. There's
Off the main pack, though, we're losing.
this current moment.
A little bit of a checkup.
Titan.
Oh yeah, you're losing off the main pack. Yeah,
And it runs again. He's
But,
in a puff of smoke.
you gotta try to run where you're somewhat stable.
For some drivers, a little bit overzealous. We're seeing some lap cars. This lead back trying to get up front and then lap themselves the hard way.
well, the racing has really picked up. I feel like there could be a caution at any moment, but if there is not, I know we don't have the exact fuel window, but I believe we went back to green around 62 or 65, if I remember.
I think our strategy now is to just
Get to 105, 106.
stay out and
That they're able to do it on
as long as we can, right?
left. As we see right there, trouble though.
That's going to be
Yeah, I mean there's gonna be a caution.
the apron. He'll come back up on the track, but they're going to be 3 wide. Hold on, check up, move high, and they'll keep it together. Sora losing all the time.
With 28 more laps in the tank for you and most others,
The champions.
there's definitely gonna be a caution.
And what a collection.
Somebody's gonna get a little too low and just spin it out.
One by that 67 and 51. They keep it together, they stay attached, and they'll stay in this lead pack.
I wonder if anybody's shifting.
Go back to the front. As they're
Nah, there ain't no shifting.
in this first group right now.
Blow motor.
They must be really fighting the cars right now. You're seeing them spread out. They're not running close together like they were. And that allows these drivers to make some crazy moves when they need to, and it's really good. I mean, it's crazy.
Lucky Duck drivers now going to be trying to make their way forward together. It's Edward Sherwood Jr. in the OC.
Just thinking with how much you're off the throttle in the corners.
Under affiliated teammates, you could say. Officially Lucky
But yeah, you're probably right.
Sherwood Jr. now an affiliate under the banner 07 Ryan Noel. But Ryan Noel, what a steal of a win it could be for himself as we're in the final third of tonight's race. Job before the Lucky Duck driver. Can't really see anything, and that's something we haven't touched on at all here tonight. Visibility, difficult for some of these drivers, especially in the middle of the pack, when maybe you don't see a checkup coming in front of you, or you don't expect your tires to just fall away.
especially when you're running that outside line. Like you said, visibility is so hard, but you don't want to not incorrectly time the entry of the corner and maybe push too hard right at the end of the corner, and then before you know it, you get that driver loose into the corner, and there's a potential accident or incident to slide up in the wall. But right now, these drivers running that outside line are doing a great job. You see third place car there ducked down, maybe just getting a little bit of air, trying to keep that engine cool so he's able to get back in there.
Darian looking inside with the 9.
Being able to push, but you know,
Nothing just yet. Still clear.
Absolutely do not. Mixed and mingled in this leads 19 drivers. Yep.
They are slowing up big time up there.
And the 16 of Joshua Okada make their way forward. Impossible to run on board with Ollie Fonseca. And Ollie, heading in the back, we thought, like you said, Justin,
45 to go.
checking his tires as the 24 has been moving quickly down this inside route.
he's racing now. Whatever he was doing before, he get paid off. He's got the car hooked up. He's
Why did I tell you to get my voice pin on that one
to the
time?
front. Every time we talk about him, just getting up there in 6th position now, maybe 7th as the lanes kind of go side by side here. But I'll tell you what, that inside line starting to battle back. These guys they got spread out for a moment there, but they're getting right back to racing 2 by 2 now, all throughout the first one.
Plenty of space to work with at the moment as we have
Yeah, I think right now we're just kind of screwed unless the yellow comes out.
tonight. And with the way that these drivers are running this momentum, we are looking for a one-stop from here to the end of the race.
So, is everybody going to take like 2 tires and just enough fuel to make it, or what are they going to do here?
A little bit earlier on the back, though, you're going to make a pit stop.
Well, this is the longest run of the night. I'll take a look at your tires before and see what your lefts were like. Let's see, lefts were 94, 95, rights were 96, 96.
You mentioned
So you can probably get away with rights.
I'm just worried about there being a caution. You guys trying to slow down.
You figure they're going to be
You don't want to get trapped in a lap down. You're definitely going to lose a lap.
85, give or take.
Do it. The problem is eventually someone's going to be low on fuel and they're going to be forced to pit. Not everyone's going to really speed up.
Yeah, just if we pit on the green, I guess it's going to have to be 2. I just don't know how much fuel.
More than anything, they might post these drivers in pit road and hop on board with the
2 right sides.
Take a look.
Rodriguez. This is drivers battling on the last pack of drivers that are running back from 30th back to 38th are in this group. And Rodriguez trying to make his way forward as he's alliance driver of the 97 of Mike Tellier, trying to work with one another to go forward and push
Well, right now, Auto Fuel is still saying 20
to the second pack.
with 40 laps to go.
And that's one of the reasons why it's so we've explained to these viewers right now, maybe does not know everything about circuit plate racing.
So do we just take 1 tank, which is going to be like 8.5, or
More cars in the faster able to go to their punch in the air. Right now, these second and third groups are too spread.
I'd say, yeah.
The amount of cars to be able to stay with that front group when they got separated, and it's really made this be into a first group, second group, and a third group.
9.1 gallons.
It's kind of given us a little bit of single file racing, and that kind of has a feel like this may go to the end green flag, the way that this field got spread out. Sam.
I mean, it wouldn't be the first time that just one caution be thrown in.
sounds like a plan.
Now we've got 2 here tonight, but look.
All right, you're set.
Season 5, they ran this exact part at this track. Only 1 caution was thrown. Zach Pollock and Cole led those laps and won that race.
You got right sides on.
Season, they were in the Gen 4 vehicle.
Right sides only.
6 cautions. It's a lot tougher because the back bumper and rear bumper didn't really attach well. If you gave that bump and spun each other around, or just the driver in front
Racing for 20th.
of 9. Just looks like it's more so of as long as you can keep the car underneath you and the other driver's going to react properly if you do get out of shape. For staying green, when will you make the final pit stop?
You still have
Come on in the
18
wall.
laps in your tank.
For a lot of these drivers, because I believe
Yep.
60 laps is the furthest that you can possibly go, but the tires are showing to me that you might only have another 10 to potentially 12 laps. A little bit longer than fuel, but you're running very thin on the tires that you have. It's now leading that outside roost, going to be the 06 Atom Moore. Now Ollie Fonseca will move in front of that 06 and charging their way forward. Starting to see the 88 of Steven Stimpian trying to close in the gap with a 3-wide race in the middle. You can see there getting a little bit hectic. Ollie Fonseca
75 outside.
40 in effect their way through. Kunkel gets bounced around.
3 with you. Your teammates back to your bumper.
And like once again, they keep it
There he is.
for another scare.
That's had been the theme. These drivers
53s to his outside. Clear up.
They're doing a great job. Track definitely has a ton of grip, but the tires even though they're just newer surface, they're still under a tremendous amount of pressure just running through these corners as wide open as these drivers are.
3 lows?
It's not even going to risk gambling and maybe doing just fuel only, trying to get that time back. I mean, I can't see how it pays off. You never know if you can get a couple cars out there, you can still run single file. Maybe someone will do it in this backpack that lost her. They're about 10 seconds back. If they run as far as they can, and this stops for about 11 seconds for tires, and maybe you only need 4 seconds of fuel.
All right, he's back up behind you. Shane Theory and the 53 are now side by side.
Get in line with one another, and that's going to be the big thing. We're seeing drivers get in line with one another. That's going to be the big sign of we're thinking about pit stops. Still, this lead pack.
14 and a half in your tank.
And continue to run incredible pace laps for themselves. The leader is rating 31.2.
It's going to be interesting
2/10 faster.
down into pit road because I have not tested old tires.
Lead group. Starting to see that second.
I know what to do on new tires.
And 5 seconds back. If this run progresses forward, and we could be seeing that second pack have a chance to close the gaps a little bit more for themselves, but it looks to be just slightly out of reach.
That's why you get paid the big bucks, Brian.
Looking at this lead pack, we talked about a lot of these drivers in this lead group, except for a couple. One of them I want to bring up is the driver that's running in 15th position currently. That's the 26th.
Hey, look at that. We gained a little bit of time going low.
30 drivers that we've seen in the WSSR before. He's a winner of a super speedway in the past, Talladega back in season 4 for himself. It's a driver that knows how to cut his way through traffic.
Oh, we're gaining on the leaders now.
In the back half of this.
That's what we needed to be doing the whole time.
Watching out for Thompson. He could be a driver to make a big move and a splash for a top 5 at the end of this race.
Dipping low
big
and
time.
then moving high.
Yeah, we're gaining big time right now, like 2/10 a lap.
I don't think we'll be doing trust to get to the front with him later on.
3/10 a lap.
But I tell you what, Sam, they're getting close to running out of time. There's 33 laps, and they're going by so quick, and that pit stop's going to be so important.
Three's with you.
What our drivers going to do? It's going to be really the race is probably going to be one off of the pit road strategy, but the most important, like you
We
said,
just ain't got enough time to do it now.
between gears and making sure you have your partners, other people out there, single file, pushing the air as quickly as you can. So you get up there, be in the group. You don't want to risk losing the draft at all, especially with it being less cars up front. As drivers start to fall off.
Derek, I think the bigger problem is don't miss pit entry.
Currently, we've lost Matt Mayer and Brian B. Johnson. They're no longer a part of this lead group as they've had a couple of big checkups to lose momentum. But if you're out there watching tonight's race,
11 laps in the tank.
share this stream. First race for season 9. There's still a wide open card of who can get into victory lane. We look back to last season at this track. We had to go to overtime. We used
Still gaining.
time attempts.
Of course, we did get a little pull off a draft there.
Move to take the win. Every race here at Atlanta has been a last lap, last corner pass. Could we see it once again here for the 3rd time running at Atlanta in this next gen car? And also, we love it if you're in the chat and you have the ability to do so. Type in the chat. Who are you rooting for? Who's the driver you want to see in the victory lane, or are you rooting for a whole team? Currently, right now, with Zach Hall leading the way, as he's got a lap car. Joshua Kanata trying to take that lead position to unlap himself. But it's been Snowy Desert racing on the outside. They've been holding on. Trouble, though, for the 07 of Ryan Noel. He's trying to back up into the track. There's not a lot of space. Finally finds it. Douglas Newbigin into the wall. And once again, it's Lucky Duck not feeling too lucky here tonight. 2 issues just in 2 corners.
2 issues, 2 corners. Just saw a couple other guys get up there in the wall, too. I mean, that's how quick it happens, though. These guys, they have great talent. They're able to save the car. But look at the positions lost. All that work to get to the front. Now you're back in the back half. The most important thing, Sam, did not lose the draft. Still has a chance. This race is not over.
That's the biggest thing that you can carry with it. And a lot of drivers, I think, can give
guys, I got put in the fence a while ago and I've got wheel damage.
67 of Larry Yangling. Larry has been the anchor of this pack. That's Red 67 machine has just been trying to keep everyone still attached. Doesn't want to see anyone lose their chance for a win here tonight, which is shocking for the 3-time champ. But it's early into the season. Sometimes you want to make some friends. You don't want to make enemies immediately that can hurt you later on in the season.
That's very true.
I just realized that right when you said that, Derek.
His resume speaks volumes for the amount of wins he has. But maybe Sam.
It's like, why is he doing that? I heard him say it, but I didn't put the name with the car.
More risk in that second group. Right now, Larry's thinking, you know what? we figured out
Somebody behind me.
bus, don't let anyone else catch up to us. He's back there doing what he needs to do to make sure he keeps these guys in line.
Trying to keep themselves in line as some drivers are making smart decisions for themselves, trouble for further on back.
All right, I'm gonna give you the spotter back.
Stop for himself, and it did not go well. He fell into the grass. The drivers are trying to set up for pit stop.
Should we go in this time?
You got the 3 with you.
Down drivers as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
You up front, entering pit road. It's Larry Hingling and Tom Sinchek.
You're all set.
For themselves.
Rights and
On the radio, this
one tank.
It's the giant.
Should we pit?
Watch out for the fan out up front. A lot of drivers further on back in the third group have already joined the pit.
Yeah, it looks like there's more and more pitting.
It's gonna be really fun to watch. This is what we talked about.
Shit, I don't know.
Spread out enough. They're not like in that huge 2x2.
Maybe I'll tell him to pit this time.
Trouble though. Ollie Fonseca. Also Steven Stippian get into one another.
There he goes.
One into pit.
I didn't know if he was going to say something.
Don't forget your brake bias.
Oh, that's not good. Don't want to have pit road issues. That could make them really lose the draft.
Obviously,
All that you see right now, you got one car
in
going
front
through the
of
grass up there in the top corner, Sam.
Black flag for Danny Cochran, speeding on entry. He's got a 40-second hold. And for Danny Cochran, that's another race this week. Caught with a speeding penalty. That's tough. Bill to swallow for the 2 machine. More drivers entering pit road.
Great entry, Brian. Hell yeah.
It's now going to be all lucky shit. Up front, leading this race, trying to be the last driver into pit road. Ollie Fonseca completely misses his way into pit road.
That pit stall, man.
On the racing surface.
That pit stall.
It's tough.
Derek called it too.
Matthew Rodriguez and Ollie Fonseca make contact on
Come.
Wow, that's
Be careful. Remember, you're on older lefts.
we talked about Ollie Fonseca coming up through the race.
I was so focused on hitting the yellow line. Yeah.
Not ideal for
I didn't think I was going to be
Wow, I was thinking
able to get stopped
85.
this
There
time.
was 75, 79.
and that's a ton of damage.
Give it to me, Vinny. Come on.
And it's required damage for Ollie Fonseca as more drivers entering pit road for themselves. There's going to be Andrew Matthew.
Again, be careful.
It is a complete mess, and when you've got 40,
Yeah, that's a big my bad.
it's bound to have some issues. But leading the way of drivers that have made their stops, it's the
I know, Derek.
Ryan Noel that's going to be the first driver.
I didn't lose any positions though.
But a lot of fast drivers making the charge.
Nope,
Nobody to draft with.
Sinchek blitzing his way forward with a lot of speed as well.
Hopefully there'll be a caution.
It's going to be fun, Justin. Hits
As long as I don't go a lap down, there's still a chance.
the win at the end of the night.
And look at how spread out.
True story.
Now you're going to have a couple more cars merging here, not up the speed yet. Kind of gets a little bit in hairy situations as cars look at the difference in speed. You see guys down on the apron, not up at full speed yet. But that could be really troublesome when you're coming out by yourself.
Yeah.
And you're trying to get up to
I don't know, I was just so focused on stopping.
speed.
There are 5
And then I saw Ryan behind me had the tires locked up, so I was worried about that too.
teammates under the Category 5 esports brand outside of league racing. That's Tom Sinchek, Larry England, Zach Hall, Vincent Sora, Cedric Hunter. Those 5 drivers, alliance outside of the league. But tonight, they're split up on 3 different
All right, 29 with you. They're going to actually go ahead and pick you up. There you go.
as they're trying to catch up to these 2 drivers. Douglas Newbiggie, Aaron Smith II, taking 2 tires. Rest of the field took 4, and they're getting caught.
The field took 4 tires?
Is 1.7 seconds. You see that group behind in line. The 70 and the 7. Do they have enough pace to hold off the rest of the field for 20 laps? Justin, I
You're
don't
gaining big on the 2 in front of you.
Well, they are going to try. One thing, Sam, that they have working for them is the car right behind
That 29 is not let go of your bumper.
the car. That might help slow down the draft a little bit. By the time the big tag gets, they got to go around that car. That might stall them out enough that these 2 drivers up here might go one high, one low, and at least
Those are lap down cars.
the front row of that pack, because it's not a huge pack. There's only about 8.
The next car in front is 4 seconds.
4 drivers.
They might have damage.
Penalties. The 4 drivers being Steven Stippian, Gavin Rogers, Danny Cochran, Mike Tellier, all 1 lap down. They need a caution to get back into this fight.
Holy loose.
20 laps to go, and the lead pack gonna be around 19 drivers. Expects
Hey, he can't push me off into the turn like that. Holy crap.
gonna be in this lead group.
Brian,
Once the
what do you
second
wanna
pack
do?
catches up to Douglas Newbiggie and Aaron Smith, as they are trying their best to fly forward.
Whatever
It's
you were
going to be a
doing
good
before
fight
the
because
pit
you look at
stop
the drivers that are all in this group. There's a lot of lucky duck drivers that are in this pack. lot of outside of the league alliances, but it's on. Here we go. They are grouped up 11 drivers. Who's taking the win with 19 laps to go?
Oh, it's 19 to go now. You see our ticker change. We're under 20 to go, 19 right now. Here it is. They got to the lap car. Are they going to have enough power to get to that?
I'm guessing a lot of people will miss their pits if I moved up to 20th after everything I did.
And Aaron Smith, they move up. They're going to block that momentum.
You were top 20 before the pit, so yeah, with missing the box and whatnot, I would imagine some people, or quite a few people, had some issues.
Doesn't have the team help, doesn't have the drafting help, but Thompson Check does not want to be your follower no more. He had been following everyone else throughout the whole entire green flag stint. And the 26 of Thompson Check, I circled him up as someone we didn't really talk about. Well, now we talk about him. The 26 is in the lead. He's got Larry Yingling behind him, and they're trying to pull away from the rest of the field. But Cedric Hunter, he dips it to the inside, trying to get by Aaron Smith the second. John Forbes trying to make his way forward, and that throwback Terry Labonte scheme, and everyone knows it's go time 2x2, and Larry Yingling, Tom Sinchek, they're trying to block both lanes, but at the moment, it looks like Yingling trying to find an opening to get by this 26-foot king.
And the 70 is going to fight back with those two tires on the outside. Is he going to be able to get alongside? Not going to be able to do it. Is Larry Yingling
Hold on, with Brian.
back on Tom Sinchek? He gets a little loose there going off into the corner. You saw a little bit of a wiggle. These drivers are going to be pushing harder and harder each lap now. 17 to go, Stan.
Your alliance if it's possible, and I'm looking through the field. There's not a lot of drivers that are lined up with their teammates. It is a mix and mingle and speed dating at the time. Who is your friend? Who do you trust to push you forward as Aaron Smith II gets shoved by John Forbes up to the lead, but they're going to volley for six on the outside. The 24 will stay high. They're going to go 3 wide, getting by the lap car, and it's John Forbes taking the draft assistance. The 11 now going to be pushed up to the front. And this
You gained half a second.
Aaron Smith second, and if you're going to be the 07 Ryan Noel, you need to get a line. Get somewhat of a teammate assistance, and also fourth car on the outside is the 7 of Douglas Newbiggie. Lucky Ducks, they might have had struggles earlier on. They might have had some blips and mistakes in the middle of this race, but they're about to get all lined up if they can time this perfectly. 15 laps to go here tonight.
You're good.
Wiping the paint off my bumper.
I feel like they can make the move. The driver with the 2 tires still holding on the bottom. And I don't know, Sam, 2 tires on the bottom. How long is that going to stay fresh for him? And how long is he going to be able to keep hooking that bottom?
And can we stay green? Last time we were here, we needed 2 overtime attempts. Here tonight, we've only had 2 cautions. There's been moments where drivers have had scares, but we've kept it together. Some drivers have had some wrecks that have ended their night, such as Ben Keeney. We also had drivers get disconnected, such as Drew Jua. But who's willing tonight to...
With him pushing you the way he is, y'all been faster 4 of the last 5 laps.
Looks strong, but you know the driver behind you. You cannot trust Ryan Noel. There's just too many other lucky duck drivers around this front pack.
That driver making a move. Saw him go from the inside to the top. That pink car, number 13, Cedric Hunter being big power move. He wanted to get in that outside line. He felt like he saw something up there. He wants to get that, and as he did it, the momentum maybe on the inside starting to fizzle out. Because now you got 2 cars on the outside up past the inside of the 70 machine.
As these drivers keep on going lap after lap down, now going to be 12 laps to go. The front stretch driving under the red line is fair game.
Did he blow up?
That stretch must stay on the racing surface and not even have your left side tires go over that red line to advance positions.
He might have had to back up to get some area.
Are, but it's who
He backed up to Shane Therian.
We have not seen it at all here tonight. Everyone's been staying on the racing surface unless you've been pushed down to the gate or you've been trying to avoid a wreck. But with that move through 3 and 4, it's now...
Where's that caution at?
Now Aaron Smith II. We got some lucky duck drivers in line with one another.
Coming to 10 to go next time.
Former rivals, John Forbes, Trent Jump, rivals for a championship back in the ISRC truck days. Well, now they got to be alliance. Who's going to get the win here tonight? 11, soon to be 10 laps to go.
And these drivers, who's going to be the one that decides to go through wide? Are they going to do something? These guys in the back half of this first group, are they going to do something and get up there to mix it 3 wide? Maybe with a couple laps to go, not wanting to do it yet, but hey, as we see that, we see a car get up into the wall. The MIC in that second group, do they have a chance to catch it? Do these drivers start to race? Are we going to have more cars in this field? 10 to go. We're going to find out. But I don't know if they're going to get to a Sam.
Oh, yeah.
That second pack's just too far back. They need some major bumps. Maybe drivers getting into the wall just completely.
He is shoving the hell out of you.
11th, 12th place. He's 4.2 seconds. A little bit too big with 9 laps to.
We'll just blame missing my pit stall on Derek.
It's going to be Douglas Newbigin going to the outside. Also going to see Trent jump to the inside. 3 wide for 4. Here we go as it's time to get racy. Cedric Hunter, Zach Hall, drivers that have been up front and having multiple chances to win this race in the past, now trying to shove their way forward. They're stuck in the sucker hole though. They don't have the momentum. Contact for Edward Trimmer Jr. on the outside row, and they hold it together once again. We continue to stay side by side, and it's going to be the battle between John Forbes, Douglas Newbigin for the lead with 8 laps to go.
Those 3 cars on the outside, they cleared the inside. A lot of room down there. That means it's going to tie in the 3rd position back in there, that outside line. He dropped to the inside, but no, he's going to get that momentum. Come back up. Is he going to get the big push here from Zach Hall and go to the front? Is he going to lead this lap? Under 8 to go.
If we see another big move like that again, drivers trying to go 3 wide for the lead.
Coming to 6 to go.
Necessary to help that second pack close in the gap. After that big move, the lead group has lost over a half a second. The second group is catching up, just not fast enough to really be a factor unless we see more 3 wide racing, which we do. It's the lap down car of Ollie Fonseca put in the push, trying to get his other lap down driver, a Matt Meir, through the middle. Lap cars influencing the middle of this pack, but up front, it's still John Forbes. But mixed and mingled, it's the lucky duck drivers, Edward Trimmer Jr., Douglas Newbigin. Watch them try to force the issue to go the outside and go 3 wide, or they see an opening. They're ducking low on the 11.
Think about that 11 comes out of that corner any higher next time. Douglas Newbigin, he was thinking about making it 3 wide. As you see right there, the 11 just not holding it right down. Douglas Newbigin coming out of that corner. I saw him poke his nose. We're going to see right here, is he going to do it again coming through this corner? We'll find out here. Cedric Hunter to get inside. Will the 7 make a move on the 11? Will the 11 be able to hold it?
Not able to do so. Losing time and effort for themselves. This lead pack once again shimmying and shaking wherever they can go. Now going to have lap cars in front of them. It's going to be James Campbell as well as Moniz. Will they go down to the apron or will they stay on track? They stay on track. This could
Caution does come out. We're going to use all 3 of them green white checkers.
Second pack also getting very racy on who's going to be taking the.
You're probably right.
This guy's going to be racing.
Stays low. Moniz stays on the course. It's John Forbes. Also going to be seeing Douglas Newbigin. They got to shrink back down to the inside groove. We're going to be 3 wide up into the corner. Watch out for the 5. He stays high, trying to stay off that outside wall. 3 wide across the line, 5 to go, make it 4. As, oh boy, John Forbes getting pushed out of the way. There's the move for Lucky Ducks, and it's Douglas Newbigin through the middle.
He made that move on the 11. We talked about it a couple laps ago. He did it. Going to go 3 wide for the lead. Come out 2 wide. Still got that Cedric Hunter machine on the inside. Not able to clear him. But if he does clear him, who would go to the inside? Do you want to be on the inside? It looks like the 7 does want to be on the inside. Will that open for someone on the outside lane to get around? Douglas Newbigin's not going to give anyone a chance. He's going to try and block every lane.
Trying to block every lane in that middle groove. Gonna have 3 Lucky Duck drivers in a row. You got Douglas Newbigin. You also got Edward Trimmer Jr., Aaron Smith the second. In the line, inside groove. It's Cedric Hunter, Zach Hall, Larry Yingling.
Hold on, wait. Good job.
Cup Series trying to hold the crowd. 3 laps to go. Will it be
Clear behind the 9.
Lucky Ducks drivers?
Clear up.
Or could it be the veterans? Could it also be one of the surprise winners here tonight? Off the exit of the corner, Cedric Hunter going to be the leader with 2 laps to go here tonight.
Everyone was really pushed.
They couldn't make it to that white flag, ain't they?
Of the 7 machine through that corner. Luckily, nothing happened there, but man, that's aggressive. That's where the moves happen that could cause accidents. But those drivers were hooked up. They were doing what they needed to try and stay there alongside the 13, but they're not having that momentum right now. The 13 on the inside line, shorter distance, going to come through. It's going to be coming to 1 to go.
Zach gets tight. The 32 pushes the 7 high. They're going to be squeezing 3 wide, battling for 3rd place.
White flag.
No help. Cross the line. White flag in the air. This is official. Justin, it could be Hunter.
What a race.
As they're going through 1 and 2, it's the 13 looking for any help. But Larry Yingling, again, has to stay on the racing surface until they're on the front stretch, then getting below the...
They ain't even going to wreck so we can gain positions here, are they?
Tina Cedric Hunter trying to win another...
Nope.
WSSR season.
They crossed the line.
Hold back. There's no one close. Who can duck it down low? Aaron Smith the second's hoping, but no one will grab it. Hello, Titty. Hello to a win.
Good race, Brian. Hell yeah.
Wow, Cedric Hunter to 13 gets the much-deserved win. great driver. Great speed out of that Douglas New Big.
He said, "Look out for you."
Whoever chose this
Fights
is
back
season
hard.
opener. I don't
Big
like it
finish
anymore.
from him. Aaron Smith in fourth, and Edward Scherer Jr.
Good win,
fifth.
Cedric. Sorry about the contact early on.
They kept it together. Justin, I think that's the most impressive thing of the night.
Man, it's all good.
Is they
Great race,
kept
guys.
it together.
Holy fuck, only
Only
two
just a
cautions.
few
That was great.
cautions coming out, and they should have been,
Really
could
good
have
race
been
for the
a
front
lot
guys,
of moments
but
of
in the
wrecks,
future,
but it
lappers
doesn't.
who
Oh, them
shouldn't be
lefts
there
were
who are
60 and
caution up
68.
definitely
Hello
please
Kitty
don't
Machine
put yourself in
grabs
those
the win
positions.
for himself. He moved away from Lucky Ducks.
Well,
Win.
we are right smack middle of the pack, so it could have been worse.
There with the
Could have been better.
surge. You got to
Oh, that could have absolutely been phenomenally worse.
And Brian Noel, they put in their best.
Yeah, I mean,
effort, but
I'll take
13 had
halfway.
Too big of a gap.
Who won it? Cedric?
And Cedric
Ooh.
Hunter is your winner here tonight.
Yep.
Congratulations to Cedric Hunter again. Like Justin said, we'll talk to our top three on week.
Ryan Kelly made 17th.
Let's do big and a spotlight drop.
So even if I didn't screw up the pits, that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots.
Side-by-side racing continues.
Oh, well.
on. Christopher Norris has been able to.
Thank
move
you
up
for
3
spotting.
spots for
Thank you,
himself.
Derek, for messing my pit entry
No,
up.
you're welcome. So,
Spots for good. I'm on easy. This race is so critical.
I'm
As
picking.
the driver, he's rushed Christopher Norris in. All defense incoming contact into the outside wall. Everyone's got just going to run.
upset, unamused face.
The second pack is rolling in. It looks to be almost.
Yeah, Derek, you reminded me. That's my fault.
All right, Brian.
The admin.
Yeah, man, have a good one, Pete.
I'll catch up with you next week, sir.
Sounds good.
Man, Sam, that was a huge.
Have a good
I
night.
don't know who
You too.
caught, hit Norris in that second pack, but
Where
it all
did I
started up there
pit
with
at?
Christopher Norris and Ali Fonseca.
Let me go back and look at that.
Coming off of 2, making some contact. I don't know if it was neck toe connection. So if we go back and look at this, you'll see that as they come off the exit of 2 here, it's just going to be a gap between them. Puts Norris up in the wall, and then from off the wall, here comes the 38 down off of it.
Yeah, I needed to
into the
like.
24, who's
I thought my spot. Can you see my mouse? I thought my spot was somewhere in here.
sliding across. It looks like that was the.
But no, my
14-year
spot's
Zari
right
and
here.
Tyler Dangler.
Tyler Dangler, who was tied in points for at the cutoff line. That
Didn't I grid 39th? Because that number says 42 there. So yeah, I thought
Tyler Dangler.
I was thinking 39, but then when I got right here, slowed down enough.
Could be the end.
I was like, it ain't there.
Tyler Dangler trying to make the
I was
play.
even aiming for 39.
It's so heartbreaking for Tyler, who's had a season of ups and downs and some bright spots. You see right here for GT.
He is already a car length and a half ahead of Danny Cochran and Vincent Sora.
Great start there for John Forbes, but I think down the back straightaway, he's going to find out real quick how strong this draft is here as the 2 is going to.
I needed to just shoot in on the left side.
Down in the
I just had it in my mind. I got to go to the right.
Side, but the 11 shuts
Kelly
the
did
door.
it.
Now the 15. Vincent
Kelly
Sora
did it
teammate,
correctly.
Danny Cochran's going to look to the outside.
I just screwed up.
Trying to bounce to the outside.
y'all have a good one.
Yeah, gonna have to settle back.
See you next week.
Utilize the draft. Vincent Sora stays high, gives an opening.
We're watching a replay there.